Gotta dodge snappers running back to the helicopter. Got no time to think about stress. The enemy doesn't give about death. They suicidal. Now you gotta shoot your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, welcome to the Hard Pause Podcast. I'm your boy Julian Blaq here again with my brother Quarterwater TV. We're playing Vietnam Trap from the Family That Party Too Much album by Mark Mathews. Yo, this shit hit hard, dog.
This shit hard. I ain't gonna lie. Like even how it come in, it's just hard. Nietzsche's voice is crazy to me. Like
I always loved that kid's voice, man.
Yeah, Nietzsche's voice is crazy.
Voice,
yeah, Nietzsche grown man. Nietzsche got to be right behind me. Like,
yo, hold on. Let's let it hit. Let's let it cook.
You put your life on the line to save someone else's. Never selfish, outnumber. God help us. Only backup you got is them assault rifles. Gotta dodge snappers running back to the helicopter. Got no time to think about stress. The enemy doesn't give about death. They suicidal. Now you gotta shoot your way out the forest.
Yeah, I like that shit. I was listening to that earlier before I hit you up.
Yeah, that shit hard. I ain't gonna lie. That shit is definitely hard. Like,
but you see how Niche changed his voice up. He was like he was on a loudspeaker. Now it's like,
yeah, that's the mixing. That's whoever mixed that shit must have did that shit.
I like that switch up. Yeah.
Look, speaking of music, right? Did you see that shit where Kanye said he created all forms of genre? All for the music genres. Did you see that shit?
No, I did not.
Yeah, there's a Kanye be bugging, son. He really like a bipolar, schizophrenic, and he narcissistic too. Like, so it's crazy.
Narcissism is real common in most of the disorders today. The people think the world travel around him, but with Kanye, I think he just be saying stuff. He be in a zone. He just be saying wild shit. And
I think he really think the world travels around. I think he really be thinking that he created all this shit. He didn't.
He wasn't even born for most of this shit. By the
time. He talking about I guess he talking about the new wave, like the Young Thugs. He still didn't create that because really all of them dudes got their style from Lil Wayne for real.
True that.
I swear to God, if you listen to look, I'm gonna show you what Young Thug did. Remember that song Lil Wayne had, Lollipop?
Yes, sir.
That's the Young Thug whole style. And tell me I'm lying.
Yeah. I gotta hear
the style. That's why Young Thug idolized Wayne. You could tell. Like if you really listen to the Young Thug, he got that. He just makes his own. Over time he evolved into his own shit. But I hear Wayne all in that nigga. He just don't rap. It's the auto-tune Wayne, the rock and roll Wayne. That's Young Thug. That's Young Thug. It's not no Kanye. Well, I don't hear Kanye. That's crazy.
And there's young bucks that were influenced definitely by Kanye, but
a whole bunch of them, like Chance the Rapper, all them backpack niggas. I give him that, but it's a whole nother lane of niggas that you ain't had nothing to do with, nigga. Like what? And it's a whole nother. It's mad other genres of music too. Like what are you talking about?
Like the emo rap dudes is kind of in the world of their own. They be doing some wild shit. Like X.
That emo shit is Kanye.
That's Kanye. All of it.
Yeah, all of that shit is Kanye. What's that even if you listen to like kind of mostly all Kanye music is emo. That's what he that's his lane all day long. I give him that. Like he got that. That's him all day long. Like, but everything outside of that emo shit is not him. Like I don't know nobody that sound like him outside of like the backpack dudes. You know
but I was when I was listening to X's content, what do you know? Not DMX, but
talking about XXXTentacion, right?
Tentacion. And that kid just like his shit just spanned a bunch of different genres. He's like he really couldn't be boxed into the straight hip hop because he did a lot of the melodic singing.
I bet he didn't even listen to rap.
For the most part, he did say,
or it was old shit.
Old shit, yeah. He said before you could rhyme, period, He thought to himself, "You gotta have bars."
He was listening to 90s shit. I guarantee you, like I could tell, even from his certain choices of music, I could tell that he listened to like the old shit. Like, yeah, he's not influenced. He's not no Kanye. I don't think Kanye influenced that nigga because he was doing all kind of music. Like,
yeah,
he kind of the king of that emo lane too.
Yeah, and I was even thinking too. I was like, imagine the shit the young buck would have created if he was continued to allow.
He'd have been out of space right now because he'd have been one of them internationals, or he'd have been in jail.
Or yeah,
he had too much domestic shit going on at the time when he died.
Yeah, if he would have beat his case or even got a sentence that was a limited amount for his case, he probably would have been out. And I think he was learned not to fuck around a little bit because he was diagnosed bipolar and all that other shit. And
I still think they would have been on his head because the thing with him is they got video of him punching his girl in the head like on camera, like, so it ain't like you know what I'm saying. He had like in this era could have went one or two ways because they still bringing up Rihanna with Chris Brown.
Wow,
that nigga 30-something years old. That shit was almost 20 years ago for real.
And they still fucking with him.
If it wasn't 20 years ago, it might have been like 20 years ago.
Close to that. Here, let me,
like 07?
Oh, Dell. Man, Dell in there. Yo, what is going on with my... We had an update recently, so this mug is bugging. My light board. All right. Hold up. I actually see...
Cadbury.
I remember my mom used to get us like Easter baskets every
Nigga, my aunt and them still be doing that shit. The grown ass, all my cousins, we grown as fuck. She still be doing that shit. Still to this day. Yeah, we still get Easter. I don't eat none of that shit. Like, I hate it. I never liked the regular chocolate without peanut butter or peanuts in it. I can't eat it. Like, just chocolate.
I see peoples.com published an article about the situation back August 16, 2017.
Nah, that shit was way before that. That shit was like 2005, 06 or something like that. Hold on, let me look at my phone because sometimes it'd be quicker in the phone. Like,
yeah, I was thinking about just picking up my phone and looking it up and sending it. Looking for there is this and my boy was born in 89, grown ass man.
Who? Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, 80s nigga. That's what I said. 2009.
Oh, that's when it went down?
Mm-hmm. February 2009. But look how long ago that was, though.
And he's reinvented himself multiple times.
Yeah, that nigga be mad careful. They done try to get him with all kind of. They done try to get him with the allegations. That nigga, he done learned so much from that one situation. He got his way out of that. He had the bitch on camera, like.
Yo, he actually even countersued and won.
Mm-hmm.
Girl that put him because he was.
You notice that's the new trend now too, right? You notice these chicks get caught lying. Yeah, niggas is doubling back, either pressing charges on them or suing them.
They need to.
Mm-hmm.
They need to, because what it is it'll somewhat take the target off a rich dude's back for girls doing that. Because
it'll help the girls that shit's really happening to. So now we can really believe them. Like, because you really want to believe all women, but it be women out there lying.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
and it still'll be women that it'll be like group people ganging up on people for doing stuff, and then when the truth come out, nobody apologizes. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's the fucked up part about it. Like, destroy somebody's career and then nobody, you feel what I'm saying? Nobody apologizes for it. Yeah, because Jonathan Majors finished, and he really ain't even do nothing for real.
And that dude was actually pretty fucking talented, man.
I ain't gonna lie, Jonathan Majors, no disrespect, but he made me extra scared of white women now, for real.
Especially when that went down.
Man, that nigga was on camera running from that girl and still lost. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that is foul.
That's foul, son. I ain't gonna lie. That's foul. Like, I don't care. Like, that's foul. They keep all he ain't I don't, dog. It's like, what did he do?
Well, I think they're saying she claimed some injuries and she actually had those injuries she claimed, so they're using that as a reason.
Yeah, but if you attacking a nigga, he trying to get you off him. Like, yeah, like what is we doing here? Like that shit foul. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
Know.
Yeah, I felt bad for that situation, especially when it came out that he's the one that called the cops. He's the one that tried to get a control over the situation, and in the end, he wound up being the one charged with domestic when he was fighting her off, trying to get away from her for a good chunk of the time. That's wild.
I swear, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist. I swear to God, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist. But I swear to God, I just watched an hour of the Puffy shit. I still don't know, like, everything they accuse of that nigga doing, I swear to God, is regular Hollywood shit. So I'm like, what is we doing here? Like, they talking about trafficking drugs like he a drug dealer. Y'all know he just using them drugs, right? He just getting the drug from. That's like saying a nigga sneaking weed on a cruise ship is trafficking drugs. That's trafficking.
It should be a possession, at least possession with the.
But that's what Puffy doing. He bringing drugs for him to do. Like, it ain't like he ain't like. Now the shit with Cassie and all that shit, I can't get into that. But they would just started naming like all that other shit. I was like the drug shit. I'm like, it's like they named a bunch of Hollywood shit that I'm like, I'm sure all them niggas in Hollywood doing that shit. How you think they doing drugs? And they gotta be smuggling that shit on the plane. How you think they doing it? Like, they doing drugs everywhere they go. Like, what do you like? What these people have connects probably a city, every state.
I mean, if they don't, they know the guy that does.
That's they don't know they don't know the dealer. They know a nigga that know the dealer. Like,
yep. But
like, I know somebody that was serving. I don't want to get sued, so I'm not gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it. It's a couple of when I was outside though, it's a couple of celebrities that I had a one of my peoples was hitting them off, and this ain't even what's the name. No, what's the name? I tell you off what's the name, but this ain't even like rumor, no speculation for a fizzle act, like facts, and I'm talking about at the time, this was one of the biggest celebrities around.
Oh wow.
Like a celebrity that's on, like, let me think who like a big pop star right now, not Taylor Swift, like right under kind of like right under Taylor Swift level type shit. When I tell you, you're gonna be like, oh shit. And everybody know this person is on drugs too now, but I knew before everybody else knew. This is a fact. I knew before everybody knew. Like,
you know what, I was up here tripping balls when I found that show. What is it called?
The mystical something, the Negroes.
Yeah,
I heard about that. It's supposed to be like a spoof because David Allen Greer's in it.
Yeah. David Allen Greer and also the other young brother that's been in a lot of the like weirdo, well, not weird ass, but weird like magical movies. That kid was in a couple of them.
Yeah, I don't like the title. I just don't like, you know what I'm saying?
Watching the prequels is kind of weird. I know Pops. I said that the Pops laughing and shit, but it's basically the premise is there's a magical society of black people that try to make white people feel comfortable with black people. That's what it is.
What we doing here, nigga?
I was gonna actually watch it just to see how funny it is because it has some spots where
I'm gonna watch it just because I want to see the coonery. I know it's some coon shit going on here. Like, I'm gonna watch it though. Just like everybody was mad. Excuse me. Everybody's mad about the Good Times remake too. You see the cartoon and niggas is pissed. Nigga, that shit is so insulting. I don't even know what to dog.
Well, I haven't seen. I heard about it the other day.
Nigga, I watched the trailer. The jokes are so corny and outdated. It sound like white people wrote it.
But shit, that was one of the problems that Esther wrote. Was it Esther? What was her name? Esther
Rowe. Mm-hmm.
Estero and almost.
Yeah, they said they didn't like JJ character because he act like a fucking buffoon. He the only one acting like that too, because the rest of them, the Michael was a black revolutionary and the daughter was smart.
He was like Huey from the Boondocks.
Michael was on some Black Power shit. Like and what's her name? JJ was a coon. The sister was smart too. Like JJ was a coon.
JJ was supposed to be the comic relief, and they started rapping the show all around him, and that kind of made him feel salty too.
Made it some. Yeah. I don't even think it was salt. I think they just did, especially at that time. I think they didn't want to portray that kind of. I'm telling you, think about the time it was. Like shit was more serious than it is now. I don't think they was talking about no bread because was none of them really making no money.
Now Esther refused to commend her and her legacy. She refused to do the show unless they gave him a father. She didn't want to do a single mother.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They was deep. It was a whole different time. So I put myself in them shoes back then. Mm-hmm. But to bring the conversation full circle, niggas is pissed off about that cartoon too.
I mean,
like it's coonish, nigga. A nigga said it's a joke in there where a nigga said he was staring at a bottle of orange juice, and the sister asked him, "What you doing?" "Oh, I'm trying to concentrate." Like one of them old ass jokes from like the 90s. Like what y'all got going on? Like at least y'all gotta do some stereotype shit. Make it funny. Like y'all just be corny with it. Like
I didn't know this shit. Good Times airing on CBS from February 8th, 1974. The year I was born. Months before I was born. I was born in June till 79. To August 1st of 79. I was like, damn. So it had a little run there. But a lot of people
it was syndicated.
Mm-hmm. And it kept playing on syndication after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how they rob black people. I guarantee you, if you look at most black shows, look, go down the line, look at them. They make it to 5 seasons, syndication, and then they be wrapped up. And then the corporations eat off these shows forever. Look at all of them. Outside of like the Cosby Show, Martin, the Wayans brothers. I swear to God, so many black shows that went like 4 or 5 seasons. It don't make no sense, though.
This was what I heard too. Once Cosby got his shit hemmed up and he started ripping the Cosby Show down, all the people who started on the Cosby Show was consistently eating off a check from that show until they pulled it out of syndication. Like one dude was even forced. Dude that played.
I didn't agree with that when they did it. Like nigga, y'all, you know how many people attached to that? Like y'all still playing Harvey Weinstein movies? Like what are we doing here? You know how many dogs? You know how many Harvey Weinstein? All the good movies like Pulp Fiction. Yo, you see that nigga name is on him or his brother.
Oh wow.
They don't talk about the brother, but he got a brother. It's both of them. Like you know what I'm saying? But we still seeing Harvey Weinstein movies. True. They always do that when it's black people, just like they trying to change the Epstein shit and make the Puffy the face of that Epstein shit now. Like nigga, what they trying to do? They trying to spin it like that. Oh, is Puffy as bad as Epstein? This nigga Epstein had a whole island of people just freaking off with children. The fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all wildin', son. Stop doing that shit. It's hard out black. They be doing us dirty, son. The law different for niggas. I keep telling and it don't matter how much money you got. You always get that wake up call where they shake you and be like, "Nigga, we can shake this whole shit up, nigga."
You get that OJ treatment.
Facts. Everybody. As soon as you start thinking you above it, like they start. You gotta be smart, like. Real. All that cheating on your wife, that shit could double whammy you, because if that side chick say you raped her or some shit, you gonna lose bread even whether you did it or not. Like
true or not. Yeah, like they even said with that Russell Brand joint, they just did an investigation in the news hit piece and they stripped all of his monetization and his TV shows from him, and the person never came out. He was never criminally charged. They just took his money.
That's what they be doing. I look at this Puffy shit. I wouldn't be surprised if Puffy don't never get charged with nothing. They gonna drain that boy money though. It's already lost. He already lost millions. I guarantee you already lost millions. Already.
But the one weird thing about it was that he hasn't had none of his social media touched yet. Not yet. Other mugs by this time they start canceling them, taking their bank accounts away, shutting down their social medias.
They can't. What is he? He ain't charged with nothing.
Same thing with Russell. Russell never got charged with nothing. They
But we ain't even got no allegations. We all just out here talking. We don't know. I'm saying we don't know. Like Russell Brand got charged with some shit. Like we don't know.
He never got charged in criminal.
So what happened?
There was a hit piece a news organization did, and some people made some allegations. There was never no criminal charges.
So a rumor?
Yeah, basically allegations.
Oh yeah, this shit, this Puffy shit is less than his shit. Then I mean, his shit was less than Puffy shit because Puffy got police in his house.
In Puffy stuff is there's actual identified females who made allegations.
And males,
but none of them came out. All the Russell Brand dudes was hidden.
Puff, I think Puff, they trying to get his bread because they suing his kid. Now your son getting sued. Your son's is getting sued. Yeah, it's getting wild because they trying to say the son drugged somebody too. It was niggas around Puff that was wired up because they got audios. I'm like, how y'all getting all this audio like out this nigga house? A dog, it's that Puffy shit, man. Man, if I was rich like Puffy, I'd be so secluded and away from people else that ain't in my family. Like it'd be just all family.
You heard what 50 said. 50 said, yeah, I like looking at pretty girls, but they can stay the hell over there. There's too much trauma that come with it. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, you stay way over there. He right.
Especially when you start seeing shit niggas getting hit with shit from 20 years ago and shit like that. Like it's like, come on, man.
Yo, I didn't realize so many people like went on Good Times. You know, Carl Weathers, fucking John Witherspoon.
Everybody that was somebody at the time went on there. Yep.
That was back in John Witherspoon's young days, man. My man, John Witherspoon, shout out to him and his family and his whole lineage. My man was in the game forever. And he was still doing different stuff. Like he was doing a cooking show on YouTube regularly. Like he had just did one a week before.
He was still working. Yeah, he was still working. I think one of his sons is a comic or some shit too. I think one of his sons be doing stand-up comedy and shit.
Yeah, his son does a good impersonation of him. At first they were gonna put him on the Boondocks to replace his dad, but something happened where they didn't, and they wound up like just ghosting the son, and he wasn't happy about it. He was on a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah, that's how they don't be wanting to pay niggas. That really be what it is. Like they don't be wanting to pay niggas, man. They be really want to use niggas' talent without having to pay them. That's why as soon as it come time to renegotiate your contract, they just switch a nigga or they just cancel the whole show. Like,
did your boy Jay Leno was on there? He played in the season VD. Is the first time they broached the subject of an STD. Jay Leno was on it as a young man doing it.
Yeah, he probably was a nobody back then, though.
No, a lot of these people ran in the same circles, man. Like we were talking about all the people that were in the comic circuit at the same time, like Roseanne Barr, Jim, what's his name? The freaking mask dude. I'm having a brain fart.
Jim
Carrey, Robin Williams, and they was all out there at the same time when Eddie was a little kid on the comic circuit.
How Jim Carrey ain't that old?
Well, they was out. Well, Jim Carrey came later, but a lot of the cast worked with Jim Carrey. But I know Robert Townsend was out there with Eddie competing with him.
That's how most of them comics be already knowing each other. The ones that blow up be knowing the ones that's on. They all know each other because it ain't but so much comics though. When you think about it, like it might seem like it's a whole lot of them niggas, but as far as the whole country, it ain't really a lot of them. Like it's like a small community, so they all be. And then some of the big comics still be doing small clubs too.
Yeah, usually what a comic does is they'll to work their material for their next thing. They'll go to the small clubs and test it out on the audience to see what they got, and they'll start adjusting the jokes, and some of the jokes evolve a little bit. But now everybody got cell phones, so they don't need their material out there in the world before they even get a chance to hone it.
They still be doing that shit though. They just be trying to, like, when they go into small spots, they be trying to control the cell phone footage, like trying to stop people. Yes, don't record. Have security walk around making sure people don't record. But they still, cause Seinfeld, Chappelle, all them niggas still be doing little spots. They still be doing.
Chappelle be getting on stage and just letting it cook. He just sitting up there doing crowd work, talking to people. and then telling stories. So the crowd work seems to be the best bet. People who could do crowd work are gonna shine.
I'm telling you, that nigga Nate Jackson is the GOAT at that shit. I don't care what nobody say. I watch mad comics. That nigga Nate, if anybody see this, if you never watch Nate Jackson is the GOAT at crowd. I've watched that nigga do hour straight of crowd work, and it be like the whole thing be funny. Like he just be cooking jokes in his head. It's the craziest shit I ever seen. Like it's crazy. Like he'll just be asking people about their life and just roasting. It's funny though. He's like one of the best crowd work people I ever seen.
Yeah, I watched Nate a few times over the years. He has his YouTube channel where he does skits and stuff too.
Yeah.
He works
I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah.
They all in the same circle. Look, this is the crazy part. All of them is kind of tied to Corey Holcomb too, because that circle was Craig Smith, the light-skinned dude that be on Corey Holcomb show. That's his circle. Big Jaw, Nate Jackson, all of them ran in the same circle. Like they all was on All Def doing that roast me shit. You ever watch that? Like the old clips of the roast me show?
I gotta check it out. Probably
like they have a bunch of comics in a room and they'll just be roasting each other. It's funny as hell. They all like all the black comics, they all know each other. They all linked. I swear to God, the white ones and the black ones, they all know each other because the community ain't but so big. Like it's small.
Yeah, Nate. There was that one where there was in a class and dude had a butt chin. He said, "You got that doonga 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 doonga."
Yeah, that's roast me. Yeah, that's roast me. Yeah, they be sitting in the classroom and shit. Yeah, that's roast me.
Oh yeah, Nate. You know Nate can sing too, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. He a big church football playing. He used to play football big. He be hitting little notes and shit. Like, yeah, you could tell he was a nigga that sung in the choir and shit. You could tell.
He actually did a song some years ago that was on his YouTube channel too. It looks like April 12th, he'll be at the Robinson Center, Little Rock, Arkansas, and then 13th at the Caderian, Oklahoma City. He's moving around. He's out there grinding.
You know what's crazy? You know what's the only bad part about living up here? We don't never get to see none of them niggas. They don't come up here.
When they had that little Charles Smith club, they used to get a trickle of them coming.
They come to the Stress Factory, but it depends on who you is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a comedy club up here. It's called the Stress Factory. It's one here, then it's one in New Jersey. So some of them be coming up here, but like it's a lot of them, like the dudes that be on that Chitlin circuit, like the underground black comics. We don't get a lot of them. Like they don't come up here. They make most of their money in the South or on the West Coast. Or the Midwest, where most of the black people at.
Yeah. But yo, much love. Yo, Irish, thanks for the like. Much love. If I forgot to mention that already, the music we're playing in the background, you can find the links to the Spotify in the description. Please go give these brothers some spin. We got right now we're playing Bando by Sean Silver, my little cuz, grown ass man, doing grown man things. Also, his uncle Mark Matthew, his music's featured in the background. Our boy Hudson Redwater, his music's featured. Just go ahead and give him some spins on Spotify. We appreciate it.
Look, you see your boy Fresh from Fresh and Fit got an Instagram model pregnant, and she recorded the conversation. Nigga, and then look, that nigga Myron, son. You know what it is? I'm gonna put my opinion out here. In my opinion, I think Myron Gaines is on steroids.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. He got certain traits that I seen police have that I think is on steroids too. Like you ever see police? Like you ever see clips of police? Or sometimes it might be even you, because I done seen, like, say you make you in the car and you make a mistake and you might run a stop sign or do some shit that you ain't supposed to do, and the police pull you over. You pull right over. Oh, what the fuck wrong with you? You ever see police do that? Nigga, you on steroids, nigga. Something wrong with you. That's not even normal. That's not normal. Yeah, like people make mistakes. Like I can understand if somebody just act like they didn't mistake, but if somebody's apologetic, you write them a ticket or you give them a warning, you let them go. Like what are we doing? But I think Myron, I swear, the way he acts to certain stuff, how emotional he is, and how ampy he is sometimes, how angry he always seems, I think he on steroids. Roy rage. He just had a rant about this Fresh thing, getting a girl pregnant. some
I mean,
foreign chick. He bust all in.
I mean, what do you? I mean, what opinion you could have if your boy raw dogging and busting all up in broads? You can't really say nothing. It's just your boy messed up.
They do think that's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, I don't know. Like I think like you know what I'm saying. The nigga he going crazy, right? He going crazy over people roasting him. But I'm like, nigga, that's the internet. That's what happens. Oh, you fuck up on the internet, especially you recorded talking to her, and she telling you she gonna have a baby. You telling her, well, I don't want no kids. Like, nigga, all right, she had a baby. You gonna be on child support.
Yo, rich dudes doing this now. They're getting vasectomies and then saying they're gonna just reverse it when they're ready to have babies. Now, there's a lot of them doing it. I mean, you could not go up. Raw,
yeah, that's smart though.
Guaranteed way to not have a kid when you don't want a kid, because you don't have any reproductive right as a man. It's the woman who has all the reproductive right, because she's the one that got to carry the baby to term.
Okay, yeah, I'm working my ass off so there's time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do. But sometimes it be on purpose, right? Sometimes it do, but sometimes it just be Roy rage. The reason why I'm saying that is because I seen them do it to old people.
Wow.
Like it be like defenseless, like it be like people that you know ain't on nothing. Like it ain't even like, you know what I'm saying? It be Roy rage a lot of time. They just be crazy. Like police they be on drugs, and it's the thing, right? The reason why I know this is true, why I came to this conclusion that police be on steroids. At my job, like a few years ago, a supervisor that was working at my job had a federal indictment. He told me he had a federal indictment. It's a white dude. He had a pending case for selling steroids. I'm not gonna say his name because this is real. He he had a pending charge for selling steroids, right? Mm-hmm. He told me out his own mouth all his customers were state troopers, police officers, and correction officers, all of them. He said that's all his clientele. So from then on, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense why them niggas be acting crazy sometimes. Like that's what it be. They be on roids.
Yo, there's this video that went viral. I don't recall where I saw it. It was basically the police were at someone's door, and one of the cops here had dope jaw, like you could tell he was high as shit. Mm-hmm. And it was like, yo, what's up with my mans over there, though?
They be on pills.
You can't tell me I could see this dude is on something. You know he on something. Why y'all bring him here? That shit was hilarious.
Nigga, one time around the corner from here, police pulled up on me, my two cousins, our cousins. One, it's me. I was probably in my 20s at the time. My cousin, like 60 years old, an old man, like, and his son, so his nephew, my other cousin. Police pull up on us. They turn all their radios off. You couldn't hear shit. Wow. The nigga to make a long story short, the police stole all the change out of my car.
I remember that. You told me about that. Yeah.
I had like change in the ashtray. It was like a bunch of quarters and shit. Nigga took all the change out of my ashtray. I said, "That's some crackhead shit."
Yeah, I was about to say that's some dope fiend moves, right?
Yeah,
there.
Them niggas be on drugs though. That's a big problem in America. They need to probably investigate that. The police is on steroids, man.
Well, you know what's messed up is that when you in those public servant positions, they can do random drug tests at any time. If they get the suspect that you doing something, they could. And usually if they get like a bunch of complaints and you get on their radar, that's when they'll like pop you.
No, what's the foul shit about all that I know they gonna act like what I'm saying ain't true, but I know for a fact it's true. You can't get them niggas random tests because they all fuck with each other. So when the random test is coming, they be getting, yo, you got 3 days to take this test. They be doing shit like that.
See, that ain't how the feds do it. The feds be like, you get a
call.
The
feds is different, but the state police. Yeah, them niggas is infested with the feds crooked too, though. I ain't going front.
Well, when they pop a surprise urinalysis on you, it's like you got to go to this lab right now. It'd be like if you show up to work, like you got to go to this lab. Whatever you're doing, stop doing. Go to this lab right now and drop some piss.
Yeah, see the thing with the feds can't take like some kind of controversy where somebody get caught getting high. Like a Fed officer, like federal agent is such and such doing some like that. But regular police, they be on drugs. I'm telling you, them niggas is on roids. That's what it is, like, and pills too. Like the nigga, the first case I ever caught. Look, this how filthy it is. The first case I ever caught, the police officer's name is Officer Streck or some shit like that. He got locked up after me for selling Oxycontins.
Whoa. Wow.
Now in real life, everybody that he locked up should probably get their whole shit thrown out.
He was dirty. Yeah,
he was a dirty ass cop. Like. How you say he's selling pills? He was a police officer still when he was selling pills.
He was stealing them off of people. 99%.
Or sure no, they said he had his own. He was just doing what everybody do. He probably was stealing them, and he had his own prescription too, and he was just selling them. Mm-hmm. Crazy ass shit, man. This a filthy ass. As contrary to people believe, man. Connecticut is a filthy place. Nigga, the mayor here went to jail for 9 years, nigga.
I remember.
Came home, ran again, and is the mayor again. And is under investigate. Look, they just ran for mayor again recently, like last year or this year. The dude he ran against told on this nigga and said he was cheating. They started investigating and found out the other dude was cheating too. So they made him run again. So they ran again. The mayor that we been had won again. And now they talking about they investigating something else on this nigga. I'm like, yo,
he's under the radar. Somebody want to get their bones for locking his ass up again.
Nah, it ain't that. Them niggas be crooked. You don't remember when they ran through Connecticut and started locking up all them niggas when they locked up Roland, the governor? They locked up the governor. It was they started wiretapping all these niggas' phones and shit. The mayor of Waterbury got caught doing some pedophile shit on the phone. He got like 600. They gave that nigga like 200 years or something crazy in jail. Like they was all of them. That's how mayor and that's how Ganem ended up getting the 9 years. They was locking up all them niggas. Like.
Yeah, they
Roland did a year. The governor got a year. They was locking up. They was running through these, man. They was running through.
You know the only reason your mayor got all the time is because he tried to fight it. Everybody else played out and got a year.
He a gangster. I ain't gonna front. Our mayor's a gangster. That nigga be pulling up right now. The reason why, look, this is the same thing I told my mom. So I was like, the reason why this nigga, because she hate him. Like, I'm like, the reason why he always win. It's because this nigga will pull up on a crime scene, my nigga, by himself, like in the worst neighborhood, little white boy. I teach us was on my street the other day. Like he'll pull right up. He don't care. Like
when I used to work out at the YMCA here, man, I'd be sitting in the
he used to be in there balling and all that. Yeah, he do not care. He don't care. That's why you can't. That's why I said this the first mayor. This the only mayor I ever see. He literally be in the hood. His people got law firms all over the place. One of his brothers is a judge, so they got the town on smash. Like I even go front, like they do. And that little nigga, he be everywhere. Like he'll pull up in the projects. He do it all the time. He was doing that in the 90s.
Yeah,
like when it was real bad. Like
when it was real bad and they were doing a stop and frisk, dropping brothers' trousers to their ankle. I got caught in that coming out of Chase. I was walking out of that Chase Bank down there. I had an account there. And I cashed my check, and I was walking out, and they had a bunch of brothers against the wall. And one of the cops said, "You get in here." I was like, "Yo, I'm just coming from. I was cashing my check." Then he makes me pull my money out in front of all these brothers over there, including a couple of known stick-up kids. What are you doing with all this money? I said, "The receipt's right there. Thank you for broadcasting it to the world." And he just like, oh, he act like he wanted to take my shit.
Yeah, he probably did.
And the other cop made him give it back to me. But now you got a known stick-up kid eyeballing me, licking his lips and shit like I'm a fine bitch. That nigga was, I didn't walk down that street for weeks. I just took the long way every time I went. And then one time I was going, I ain't really had no money on me. And this mug, you remember Nugget? I think Nugget was following me. He was going to rob me. And an old dude goes, "Hey, no, come here, boy, come here." Old school saved me from getting robbed.
I knew what he was doing. He probably knew what he was seeing him flying.
The Nugget stopped, looked at me, said, and then walked over to the old dude.
Yeah, I think Nug got like so much time in jail. I think he got like 60 years or some shit like that.
Shit, what he caught up? He caught some bodies and shit, or
Oh, the
just
body, yeah.
yeah. I can see you running around robbing cats. Eventually, gonna have to
You know
kill
the
one.
yeah, you know how that shit go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit.
What's it?
Hello. Oh, yeah, spam. Cops
It's
made
coming.
me a target. Where you get 50% of it take, man. Hold on, let me go up.
Oh damn, what now? Can I get a chance to see? I know.
I'm gonna have to go fill me. I should have bought a jug in here.
Good shit, go get some water. I'm reading. Hold on, let me read the chat. No shit. Well, I think
Be
there's
right back.
in a bad way. Crazy drugs fitting in there. The cops are just one more. That's a fact. The cops is a gang for real. They man, the most powerful gang on earth. Like man, they move like a gang too. Like if one of the police tell on the other police, they call them a rat and all that. They move like a gang for real. Like they don't follow the law. Look at police be on their phone driving. They do everything they not supposed to do all the time. That's true. Police make it, man. Police they don't be de-escalating a lot of problems. They really make shit worse a lot of time. But you need police. Don't get it twisted. Like you can't just. I ain't one of them niggas think it should be no police. I just think they probably need to disassemble that shit and and create a whole new system. Because the police they got now, that shit is tampered with. That shit is man. There's already there's like federal statistic that the police they infested with like white supremacist gangs. That's the feds put that out there. Like so, a lot of them be in gangs and shit.
Yo, pops know the actual investigation they have that has the record of the statistics with all the how rampant it was, and they knew this shit for decades now.
For decades, yeah, and it's worse, probably worse now, for real. Like it's them niggas being on nigga. When I think about it, right, I'm telling you, when I think about it, when I was like a lot of the time when I was getting locked up, I was a kid, like, and the police used to be happy as fuck, like, and I used to be to me, I didn't think nothing of it, but now that I'm like grown and shit, I'd be like, that shit crazy. Y'all be happy about locking up young people, like, fuck is wrong with you, like. Yeah. There's no way I could be happy about running around chasing little kids, locking them up.
And you know what I'm saying? They're already on the bad path. You should be trying to guide them. Listen,
trying to help them. Like, like I couldn't see that's like some devilish crazy shit. Like they literally get up every day. I don't care how bad you think kids is. Like you get up every day and you just run. Your job is to run around chasing little kids around. That's really was their job in the 90s and like the 2000s. That whole Clinton era when Clinton was the president, that's all police did was run around chasing little kids and shit.
Crack epidemic, baby. That's what they called it. Yep. Dave Chappelle had a joke he was talking about. He's like, now that the opioid epidemic's here, I can understand how white people felt during the crack epidemic because I don't care either. He said that goofy. But the opioid don't got no color. During the crack epidemic, a huge amount of the mugs that was getting hit up.
Yes, that opioid shit do got a color. It's hitting black people. Like it's black people it's hitting us, but it's tearing them. It's tearing. That's why they ain't locking them up because it's tearing their ass up. Like black people getting it too, but black people don't do as much drugs like it was back in the day. We ain't doing drugs like we was. Like how people like the crack era. It ain't nowhere you go in the streets. Ain't even no crackheads no more.
I thought crackheads were immortal.
And half of them they stopped doing drugs. I'm saying a lot of them stopped getting high. Like you still got crackheads outside. Like don't get it twisted. They still around, but it ain't like it was. You remember how shit was. Zombie land. Like it ain't like that no more.
Well, now if you go out to Cali now, they got like it's ridiculous out there. In LA and shit with the people that are doped up, walking down the street like a zombie and shit. It's real bad out there. but they kind of fostering an environment for all of them to go there because you can.
Yeah, it's homeless. It's motherfuckers out there with whole houses in the street. Like they got couches, lamps.
Yeah.
I seen it. I've been to LA before. I've seen it.
Not that
Whole
don't care about
neighborhoods
just
of
don't
that.
fight a gang.
It don't rain out there though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Barely rains out there. Like so.
Unless you're willing to go outlaw. You know, it's crazy that the outlaw, like if you think about it, 80 years ago, 100 years ago, there was like way more outlandish outlaw cats running through the streets.
What the niggas used to just break out of jail like it wasn't nothing, just go to the next town.
Yeah.
Like when Dillinger and them niggas was running around, they was robbing banks. He is wanted everywhere. That's how they made the feds. That's why the feds was made from Dillinger. Robbing banks, the nigga just break right out of jail.
Yeah,
just go to the next spot, like
he done escaped to a new country and shit.
Yeah, but that's before the technology. That's why I said now it's different because of technology for real. You can't run from the technology. Like
now, you know that they what's your boy Jack says, unless you want to fight the outlaw, it's a gang. They have to come out. They have to come out you hard, no matter how bad that cop was. It's a gang. They have to come out for you. I think hard, no matter how bad the cop was. I think I read that wrong.
It's a gang. They have to come out. They have to come out. They had to come at you hard, no matter how bad that cop was. Yeah, that's a fact.
True that. But yeah, I read up on Bonnie and Clyde, Dillinger, and all them cats when I was a young buck. Read up on them. Those outlaws from the early 1900s and shit.
The first criminals was all white. No disrespect, they was.
I mean, there's some of the people was criminals before they even came here. They kicked them over.
Most of them was what you mean? Some of them, most of them they was emptying jails in Ireland. The Irish, no disrespect, but if you Irish and you was here in the beginning, your people was criminals. They just locked the jail. They rapists and murderers and shit. That's what they sent over.
You ever watch that movie Gangs of New York talking about the Irish shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they're based off of real dudes that was living at one point.
Hell yeah.
Oh, like damn.
Yeah, even like what's his name? It's an Irish dude. He was in I think Cleveland, Ohio. His name was Danny Green. He was beefing with the Italian mob. Nigga, they was blowing cars up and shit like that. They never talk about that. Like this was in the 70s. Like he had a war back and forth with the Italian mob, and it was a car bomb war. Like I think they said like 50-something bombs went off in the summertime. One summer. That's crazy. That's like some Baghdad shit. Like, and this was in America in the 70s. So you know
as soon as I type Danny Green in Cleveland gangster pop right up.
I'm telling you, yeah. They blew his house. They blew the nigga house up with him inside of it. He didn't die. He got out of it without a scratch on him. They end up killing him eventually, but Danny Green was wild. Like,
he got killed. He wound up getting killed in 1977 at the age of 43.
Mm-hmm.
In Ohio.
Car bomb. They got him with a car bomb.
You think it was the feds that hit him with it, or it
was the mafia? They was trying to kill that nigga. They was trying to kill that nigga. It was the mafia. They had already blew his house up. The feds could have killed him. He was snitching.
Oh, okay.
All them, I ain't gonna front. Most of them Italian and with them white mob, they all was snitching. They all, I don't care with nobody. They all, even the ones that say they was solid, they was telling on black dudes.
Yo, you know it's crazy. This mug was he was a Marine.
Yeah.
And it was
He was nice with his hands too. They say he was nice with he was beating the shit out of people. Yeah, he was nice with his hands.
A boxer and a marksman means he was nice with his hands.
So you couldn't do nothing. So they couldn't do nothing with him. Like, you feel what I'm saying? One time some dude tried to kill him. He had one gun. He let off one shot the dude in the head and beat the case because the dude tried to kill him. Like, he's a gangster.
Wow.
He's a gangster.
He served honor. It was honorably discharged. He taught.
Danny Green was definitely a gangster. He was a gangster.
Oh. Cause of death, car bomb.
Car bomb. They caught that nigga with a car bomb. Like, I watched a documentary on him and I seen the movie. Like, so I be knowing, like I be watching all that gangster shit. Like, they got another one. What's the hitman, Richard Kuklinski. They called him the Iceman.
Oh yeah, I watched a few documentaries on that dude.
Iceman. He was Polish. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
One of
still
the nigga. No, I don't think it's no. Probably no. Well, he. This the thing with him though. A lot of the Italian dudes think he lied. Like, they don't think he killed that much people, and like they said he wasn't no hitman for the mob. But who knows? Like, he started snitching too. He tried to tell on Sammy the Bull. I'm telling you, all them dudes be snitching, man. You think I'm lying? When you start looking at the people, they all be snitching. Like, they all end up telling, like, all of them, like, they all be snitching. Half of the mob dudes got YouTube channels now.
Oh yeah, he died in 2006.
Cancer.
In Trenton, serving time. He ain't never leave. He was born in Jersey, died in Jersey. My guy in prison.
Yeah, I think he was born in Newark.
Jersey City, they're saying, right?
Yeah, Jersey City. I knew it was one of those. Yeah.
I think that's where Derek's out in there.
I forgot about Derek. Derek, he in Jersey City?
I think so. Last I seen, he might have moved by now. He's in one of the group chats and shit. I haven't talked to him in years.
I don't be them group chat shits. I don't be seeing them shits. That shit is too much alerts for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got every alert muted. I don't have no, like, if I want to see I got a text message, I literally got to open my phone and look at it.
Yeah, I have to, I can't do that shit.
And if I do have the phone on ring, if something's bling, bling, blinging a lot, I put that particular section on mute. I mute I got people that message late at night. I got them shits. They got one time I mute the motherfuckers. So if I ever do turn my ring around, it don't keep ringing. But then I know I'm goofy. I be sending shit late at night all the time, my damn self.
Nah, look, this is some shit I wanted to ask you too, right? Now they said it's a new U.S. threat saying that it's a threat about people being in big gatherings because they said it might be a possible terrorist threat coming. You see that?
Yeah, well,
Homeland Security. Yeah.
Well, they know that they've caught like over hundreds of known suspected cats at the border. So that means a quadruple that probably got through. You know what I'm saying?
Look, now, look at this. Now, this is my question though. Before you make me lose my train of thought, here's my question. Now, that boat shit.
Boat.
That shit in Baltimore, that shit looking real suspecty and wrecky now to me. Like that, all of a sudden, like I said that as soon as it happened. I said, look, all of a sudden you letting all these people and just letting everybody just run across the street, and everybody coming here. I seeing Chinese people on speedboats. I'm seeing all kind of motherfuckers just coming over here like. Now all of a sudden it's starting to be natural disasters happening. Like, I'm gonna show you the first sign. Instagram and Twitter went down. You remember that day? Nobody come to the whole shit was fucked up. They never gave nobody no real explanation for that. Then all of a sudden this boat shit happened. I'm staying out of large crowds, and I'm staying off the highway too, like that.
I got an issue with large crowds anyway. Lately.
Me too. I've been like that. I think that's probably nature telling niggas stay out of large crowds for it.
Yo, you remember that time? I forgot to mention that while Dave was over here. When Dave was part of that promotion, when DMX came and some motherfuckers started shooting inside the fucking auditorium. We had went to the DMX concert, and then DMX and them left with the mics.
Where?
I forget where it was. Someplace in Connecticut. We went to a DMX concert. And Dave, Hudson Redwater, his boy was promoting it, and we all went in. And as DMX,
nigga, that wasn't DMX. You know who that was? That was me there. I'm gonna tell you who it was. It was in Middletown. I'm about to fuck your whole head up. We was in Middletown, and it was Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler. As soon as they got on stage, the nigga let off a shot. They stole the mics. I remember it was Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler. That's who it was.
Was DMX supposed to be there? What the fuck?
Nah, DMX wasn't even out at that time. Before 98, this was like 96, 97, something like that. DMX wasn't even out at that time. Yeah, my memory. Like I remember every guy. It was Smooth the Hustler. Remember that song they had? That one little I forgot the name of that one song they had.
I think I might have had it wrong when you was looking confused because I said, okay, there must be something different to this.
Yeah, I was there. It was Smooth the Hustler. It was Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler. As soon as they got on stage, somebody started shooting. And they did that.
And they took that mug's mic.
You know they probably did that.
Set it up so they could get paid and just bounce.
Yeah, they got on stage, got they back and started shooting and just left with the mics.
Wow,
they did that. That's them Brooklyn niggas. They from Brooklyn. 100% they did that.
Yo, Smooth a year younger than me. He just
we was in Middletown. Who's shooting out there? Like
that's true.
Like, come on, man. Like that was dumb. 100%. And somebody let off a shot in the air. Remember, nobody got shot. Who got shot?
Nobody.
Who was even beefing? Wasn't nobody even in there fighting or nothing. Like, it wasn't nothing like that. Them niggas set that shit up. Soon, like, yo, so son, as soon as we get on stage, let off a shot in the back, and we gonna dip out the back, and that's how we gonna do and go to the next show.
Like you don't never pay them till they finish. Hit them up with half a full.
Most of them niggas ain't getting on the stage till they get their back in. That's how that go.
Really?
Yeah. That's the problem with that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they go. First, you give them half to book them, right? And then they come as they don't get on stage till they get their second half. That's usually how it goes.
Shit,
and you kind of got to respect that too, cause that's so much of a grimy business that the promoters be janky too. So if you wait on your back end, nigga come and tell you, yo, we short. Nah, hell no. Give me my money now.
T-Pain was talking about that. He went to a spot he was just supposed to just guess and like just say hey, wave, and they try to strong arm him into performing. And he said, "No, I wasn't supposed to perform, but I was just supposed to come, say what's up, sign some autographs and shit. You ain't give me the money to perform because you gotta pay T-Pain. You gotta
pay him before you get on stage. That's how that shit work. I'm just saying. I watch a few.
E-Boy Jack's got a few. I didn't want to. Well, with this small admission, guys, if you haven't already heard already, the music we're playing in the background, this is right now Sean Silver. All I Want Is You. Make sure you go ahead and hitting those links in the description. Go and check them out. If you're coming in from Twitch, you don't see the links in the description. Go ahead and hit us with a follow. Hit Quarter Water with a subscription
on YouTube,
and you can basically find the links to wherever we need to go. So, yo, I didn't even hit our what do you call it? Hard pause. Water. Oh, yeah. Some hoes, man. I gotta start doing that right at the beginning too to remind.
Start tearing that shit up just cause. Seen that shit on the news about terrorist shit. I'm like, here we go.
Well, I knew some stuff.
Took down the whole bridge, nigga.
I knew some stuff was gonna happen, especially. I thought we would have had more. We had a couple of incidents under Obama where they were about to do some shit and they managed to catch it and stop a few of them. But they were a lot of those cats was getting in. If they didn't get in the last time the border was wide open, they damn sure here now.
I don't understand the point of that. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing that?
It's these people feel a spiritual drive to destroy this country due to either one, we had a president that blew some people they loved up with some drones. Best way to radicalize people to want to hurt us is by doing shit like just blowing shit up indiscriminately. And there's a lot of these people all over the world that have lost people in drone strikes. Shit, Obama ran out of bombs. He was doing so many drone strikes. And then even with the what's the dude, the Bin Laden Dottie, my boy was part of that war against Russia, and he was pissed because they helped us with the war, and then we trained them up. And then once we won and Russia left, we just bounced. They felt that we should have stayed and built, which wasn't the case. I say we, I mean them.
Mm-hmm. I get it. I know what you meant.
Okay. You got a bunch from Jack.
Flash, yeah. Hell no, I ain't with all that shit. You can't see. The thing is, you gotta be. See, I wouldn't come up here talking crazy. That's one thing. Like that's how niggas. That's how they got Malcolm and them niggas. They was too busy talking crazy on TV. Like you gotta do that shit like a little bit. Like you feel what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, Malcolm and them was on their radar for a minute. Even King, like they actually keep pushing off. They have videotapes of King wilding out saying crazy shit, and his family make sure they keep that shit subdued. It was supposed to be released some years ago. It'd probably be nothing that's funny with us, but King was a brother from the South, so it's just probably him being off the cuff, saying wild shit, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was saying some crazy
And
shit. Yeah, they'll probably be normal to us, normal shit that we hear from our uncles or from granddad or some shit. Yeah, that shit's normal to us. Like they think, just like just to flip the whole subject. You know, it's crazy. You know what that made me think of? Remember that time? You remember that time when Kirk Franklin had got into it with his son? His son had leaked a conversation with his father, with Kirk Franklin, right? Look. If you didn't hear it, he leaked the conversation. The conversation starts off with the son talking to his father crazy. So Kirk Franklin goes, "Listen, you little bitch ass." And he just started going crazy, talking crazy, right? This the thing. When the son leaked the message, the black community, we didn't flinch.
Nope. He was being them.
Yeah, y'all thinking because he a preacher, nigga. We know this nigga cussing his real life. He not gonna come on TV. We ain't stupid. We know it because we know we got niggas like this in our family.
And especially his son.
And then his son disrespected him, so that is normal shit in a black household. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing crazy. Like what? Like that ain't nothing crazy. We didn't flinch. Like we like, oh, that nigga, you talking to your father crazy? That's how that shit go. Like,
little bitch ass nigga had it coming.
Yeah, you thought he was gonna be coddle this nigga, like.
Especially a man, he lucky Kurt ain't try to whoop that ass for him.
Look, he said the only people who reacted were the Karen's facts, because we didn't give a fuck. We like, nigga, that shit is regular shit. Like, that ain't about nothing, nigga. Shout out to Kirk. That nigga that made niggas like, oh, that's my nigga now. Fuck, I fuck with Kirk Franklin since then. Like, fuck it. Like, nigga, he cussed his son. His son was LGBTQ.
Oh.
So he talking to him like, you know how them niggas be getting crazy with their mouth when they be cussing people out. He was cussing his father out, like, so Kirk Franklin like, oh, listen, you little bitch ass nigga, you call him crazy shit. Like, that's one of the funniest conversations ever. Like,
yo, they be forgetting there was another preacher that Tommy, what was the dude that's on Steve Harvey's show, the Tommy dude that do the pranks.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that he was gonna come take some money or do something to the preacher. And the dude got gangster. He said, I tell you what, you bring your ass up here and try to take something from me. You know where I'm at. The preacher just got gangster on it.
Nigga, most of the time, them preacher niggas, they churches be in the worst neighborhoods in America, nigga. Like, you can't tell. Them dudes be from the neighborhood, too. They just on some positive shit. They ain't soft. Just because you a preacher don't mean you soft. That nigga probably gun you down playing. Like, he still got to protect himself. Yeah, he got to protect himself. Like,
yeah, I was trying to tell this like one of my friends, they dog was bugging out and bit him, and they said their mom be walking with that heat, and she was like, I'm gonna tell her she can't bring it. So you got a dog that's biting niggas, you gonna tell her she can't bring her heat in the house? Hell no, she just don't need to come over.
That's like, exactly to avoid all nonsense. The one that just say enough to keep them watching it.
Yeah.
I don't know, my nigga, but hell no, nigga. We didn't flinch, nigga. Shout out to Kirk Franklin, nigga. Cuss your motherfucking kids out. They disrespect you, nigga. They be grown. They gotta respect you too. They gotta move with respect. Like, nigga, my kids. I love my kids to death, but they ain't gonna be disrespecting me. You crazy? Especially after all the shit you done did for them growing up, all the sacrificing you done. I feel now all that shit Bill Cosby was telling Theo. I swear to God, on my mama, nigga, that shit is the realest shit ever. He said, I brought you in this world, I'll take it for real. Like, nigga, all the shit I done did for you niggas, all the sacrificing, like, man, hell no. Hell no. You ain't gonna the least you ain't gonna disrespect me. Like, I ain't one of them niggas that ran. I take care of my kids. Like,
you know what I'm saying? This be the hardest.
Don't disrespect me, nigga. Hell no.
See, that's what I was even saying. I'm not gonna call him out. I had a friend of mine that beat their daddy's ass. And I was like, I ain't doing no shit. That's it. Yeah, I don't imagine playing it where I put my hands on either one of my parents.
Nigga, hell no, nigga. You know you'll never had shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll never had good luck, nigga. It's never that serious, nigga. What, nigga?
Well, in that person's defense, I guess old dude got drunk and started putting his hands on him first. And
that's different then. Y'all men.
Yeah,
that's a little. That's different. Like, that's different. I ain't gonna let you do me nothing.
Yeah, that's true. But I can't imagine making that decision to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
Yeah, but pops don't drink or none of that shit. We ain't
Yeah.
in that. We
You
ain't
don't
in
like
that
that
type of
shit. If he
situation.
did
But
drink, I know. Oh, shit, I'm sure he wouldn't be trying to put his hands on my big ass.
that's true too. Yeah, you wait till that's true too. But shit, them niggas get drunk and just get beside themselves though. You can't never say what's what though.
True.
I'm just glad I couldn't imagine putting my hands on my mom's or my. That's crazy.
Hell no. Hell no.
Nobody in my family, nigga. I don't think it's that serious. Like with some niggas be like, sometimes you gotta fight your friends. I ain't one of them niggas. Don't put your hands on me, nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
Most of my real friends that are my true friends, those niggas are just so chill and got good vibey. We never even really had a true argument. We debate and talk about shit, but the motherfuckers that's in my like circle, they ain't like that. They don't move like that.
I'm gonna show you you know who the niggas that's fighting their friends is the feminine niggas. Cause real men should be able to talk like without disrespecting each other, and we should be able to disagree without all that goofy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's real men shouldn't. You know, emotional niggas will fly off the handle, start disrespecting each other. That's that woman shit. That's what women do.
Oh yeah, they're quick to resort to violence. I was just talking to a friend about
or not even violence. They as soon as they start disagreeing with each other, is immediate disrespect. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or they slap the shit out of you. As big as I am, I could walk up to and say the right combination of words to a 90-pound blonde, and she'll slap the shit out of me.
No, yeah, no, my real. I feel you. I get it, but your real people 9 times out of 10 ain't getting out of pocket though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't got no people like that. My people ain't like that. Like,
no, I could see like with they were talking to the Tate brothers, and they were asking the Muggs, "Do you guys ever get into arguments?" He said, "Well, when we was young, and we would get into like disagreements, if we got into a tussle, instead of breaking us up, our dad would just shove us both in the closet and close the door."
At that point, y'all don't even want to fight no more. Y'all just trying to get out the closet. Like, yeah.
We're sitting here looking at each other. This fighting shit ain't working for us. You cool? Exactly. I'm cool.
That shit ain't fighting your people, niggas. It's mad too shit. Now all my people are military. Yeah, them niggas fight. Y'all fighting each other though?
Now, in the army, I could see young bucks getting into a tussle. In the military, I could see young bucks getting into a tussle and coming out on the other end as friends. Because you literally have to, for training, you got to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? You got pugil sticks, you got shit. And then if you in a boxing world, you definitely is used to fucking tussling with niggas you cool with. You know what I'm saying? So I can see it in
that's sparring and shit. That's different though. But on some hand-to-hand combat, let's go in the backyard. I ain't with that shit. I ain't no kid. Maybe when I was young, but not now. Man, my back hurt, nigga. You slam me on my back or some shit, I'm hurt for real. Like, I ain't the fuck got time.
30. Yeah, I remember 30. That was quite some time ago.
Yeah, 30. I might have still threw them things with you. 30, you know what I'm saying? You still young. You still you kind of like 20 junior.
Yo,
I 20 senior. You still almost 29 a little bit.
I posted this picture of me going to a white party. Me and May were going to a white party back in the day, and I was about 30. Man, I look like a kid still, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You 30, you still be like,
oh, it's Ren. Oh, damn, I ain't know it was you, bro. You should have. Well, thanks for popping through, my dog. I appreciate you. I know I checked you.
He said I'm 50 junior. See, he 50 junior.
Yeah.
50 junior.
Yeah, because I looked and
shit,
saw.
I'm 50 shit. I'm almost 50 junior and shit. Yeah. I'm 40 something. Shit.
I'm about to be 50 shit a couple months, man.
Man.
I'm about to be 50 in a couple months, man.
Shit, what you doing for the 50th, man?
I don't know. Taylor mentioned something. She's like, you should throw a party. I was like, I don't know about partying, but I said I could do a get together. You know, maybe we go out, get some food and chill and have some fun. Because I ain't done shit for my birthday in forever. May tried to throw me a 30th birthday, and I got mandated to work. I was a CO at the time.
Oh, that's trash.
Yeah.
I never worked on my birthday ever in life. Like, never. I take vacation every year on my birthday every time. Like, I never worked on my birthday. Like,
yeah, Rambin, that dude been through a lot.
I grew up in a code. We did not have birthdays. Shit, where you grew up at? Where state you grew up in, Jax?
Probably
Jackson on some different shit.
Well, Joe Witness don't celebrate birthdays too, so.
So I never sure. Oh, you don't know how old you are. Where country you from?
So he real. Or he pulling our legs. I thought he was being funny. I'd be too busy for that. I feel you, Ren.
Them niggas got all kind of music. You be listening to the background. I
You
be
see
hearing
it?
all kind of shit. Like them niggas got all pop. This sound poppy.
For real. Yeah, I be listening to and always hear some shit that just stands out to me. You actually sit and listen. And it's funny, Spotify probably think I only fuck with Mark, Matthew, and Sean and shit. Because I saw every time I play Spotify, I'm always playing they shit.
Yeah, that's good money. Shit.
At least I'm contributing to the spins, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the family for word.
Shout out to the family. Yo, if you don't know, if I haven't told you already, the music in the background is played by our cousins.
Music missions. I ain't got a life myself no more shit. Shout out to you. You busy, man. Busy is good.
That's what's up. He talking like Dave be doing, like Dave be selling art.
I ain't go front. Niggas been moving. Niggas been working, son. It's a lot of motherfuckers I know doing their thing, like all kind of ways too. Like,
and you know what I did? I did notice that after COVID, there's smart people who just figured out a way to never have to go work for nobody.
I swear to God, mad people said like, yo, man, niggas started getting laid off and shit. Like, niggas, nah, I gotta figure something out. Let me figure out my own little. Mad people got their own businesses since COVID.
Yes, sir.
And this how I know Joe Biden is a stone cold racist, because the first thing Biden did was start taxing people with the Cash App shit. I said,
yeah.
Is a slime ball, because he knew that was mostly black people with black businesses. That's how they was doing their transactions.
Yeah. I didn't make that connection, but
that's what that was, though. Think about why did he do that? Who even put him to doing that? Like, that's what that was. Like, you know how I made that correlation, bro? Because on the internet, the most people I seen complaining about it was black business people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn, it's a tactic, like, because you affected the small business. Small businesses was the ones that got affected by that Cash App shit. Wasn't no corporation. They don't do business transactions through Cash App. Why are you taxing a little man?
And then he put that number so low, $600.
$600, like, yeah, that's why I said, like, he on some, yeah.
That's crazy. So basically, if I'm trying to help my kid out and pay her rent, she gonna get taxed on the money I'm gifting her.
Yeah, like, you on some bozo shit, like,
that's some bozo shit for real.
That's Joe Biden is a stone cold racist, man. I'm telling you, it's stone. I don't care what nobody say. He might as well I don't care what nobody say. Like, little tactics like that. That's a tactic, nigga. Yeah. You know, that's how black people was doing. A lot of businesses that's how they was doing it, especially during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That's how people was making their money. And people on YouTube getting Cash Apps, all of that. You watching people pockets, like. But Joe Biden rich, like, he filthy rich. The fuck you, yo, man.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that, like, he made a lot of his money in the interactions he's done since he's been in politics. You can't like, there's no government job where you can become as wealthy as a senator or a congressman. You get the kickbacks, you get the all the
he made all his money railroading black people. And tell me I'm lying. All right, this is my what's the name? My meeting right here, bro. I'm out.
All right, I gotta let you.
I'll
wrap it up. All
right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Hard Pots podcast. Our brother Quarter Water TV had a meeting. He did tell me he was going to be going to that meeting and shit, so we were supposed to wrap it up at 6:30, but we kept it going a little longer. Yeah, Ren, I hear you. Like, I seen a lot of the moves our brother Joe made, and it was a little difficult to fathom why he was doing them. It just seemed like really devious. I don't want to believe the deviousness, but it just seemed fucked up and hurt the wrong people. But hey, if you're in the podcast, please make sure you're going to Quarter Water TV, hitting them with that subscription. Also going to Spotify if you're watching us from YouTube or Facebook. I got the links in my description on my Julian Blaq channel and also on my Julian Blaq Facebook. So go ahead and hit those links and go check these folks out. I'm gonna shut it down soon. Much love, A guys. Thanks for coming. A Ren, thanks for coming to hang out. Our brother, what's his name? Jax, much love. Well, you need to make much love. Yo, stay blessed, stay positive. I'll see you next week.
Baby, what you waiting on? There's enough to go around here. If you want both of us, baby, what you waiting on? There's enough to go around here.